Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Little Daredowns, where we are playing more Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode, we finished off Pyros, and this episode we're going to go and start Pyros. I was supposed to start a little bit earlier, however, my laptop's drivers. We're like, like if OBS in general were just like, your drivers are not up to date. I'm like, huh? Wait a minute. Fine evening to you, adventure. If you have not yet deduced from my cheery tone, Mr. Kryl and the others have made great strides in restoring the Ethernet, enabling us to access another region of the island, Pyros. They've taken to calling it, on account of all the fire aspect of Ether. A new base camp has already been established, so that messy business is over and done with. Of course, they need all the help they can get with the expedition. All help you can provide, that is. Anyway, as soon as you're ready to go, let me know, and I'll see you on your way. Mrs. Kryl is probably dying to brief you on all of her discoveries. Eureka Pyros now accessible. And this one goes up to 50. Is that 25 levels? Holy fuck. That's 25 levels. That's a lot of levels, holy shit. Oh shit! Alright! I love that meme so much. Anyway, half the island is ice, the other half is fire. There's a lot of narrow tunnels in this place, more sleeping dragons. Because why not? And I think that's just about it that I can say about this island. Look at these beautiful fates that I can't show him. The usual beginning Eureka experience, unfortunately. Always a pleasure, Lynn. I'm sure you're eager to get to it, but before I begin, I want to make sure you remember where we left off. To review, we established a base camp here so we could make use of a proto-aetheryte nearby. This aetheryte was constructed several thousand years ago, and is a precursor to the designs we use today. As such, we use it primarily for monitoring ethereal fluctuations and rarely for teleportation. Per Ejika's suggestion, we've decided to study this proto-aetheryte that we might gain greater insights into the many mysteries surrounding the Isle of Val and its current state. If in doing so we can further stabilize the regional Ethernet, then all the better. Our primary objective, as ever, remains the same: find a way to reach the headquarters of the students of Baldesion at the island's center, and there seek out and aid any survivors. And that about covers it. Did you see Ejika on your way in, by the way? He should have arrived by now. Speak of the devil. Ejika, surely you saw us standing over here. Don't be a stranger. Come speak with us. Oh, you two. Forgive me, I was lost in thought. Never known you to be that oblivious as to your surroundings. What troubles you, Ejika? Well, you know, this place and it is of no moment. I would that I had new information to share, but alas, I do not. I can but hope that I can be of greater use to you all in the future. Best of luck to you both in your many endeavors. God, he's a terrible liar. Nevertheless, I know better than to pester him for answers when he's behaving like that. It's the same as when he's wrestling with his research. He'll talk when he's good and ready, which will hopefully be sooner than later. Or maybe he'll be more forthcoming if and when you run into him in the wild, like before. Maybe try asking him then. But enough about Ejika. You should see the proto-aetheryte for yourself. It's not far from here, if you'll come with me. Also, this island adds an entirely new system to the entire to the entirety of Eureka. So, you know, be prepared to maybe receive a lot of information in the not so distant future, because they added a pretty amazing piece of content from this point onwards in Eureka. We call this place the Living Foundry. Its beating heart, the proto-aetheryte. Although we rarely used it for teleportation before, We believe it could easily be integrated into the regional Ethernet, further stabilizing it and improving our chances of safely reaching our headquarters. Of course, we'll need to run more than a few preliminary tests before we can say for certain what's feasible and what's not. I'll let you know as soon as I have the results to share. You didn't wait around here twiddling your thumbs, though. Child was looking for you and said he had a proposition or two to discuss. You'll find him at the base camp. Off we go. Also, I should probably attune to the sea thread. We're all mad here. This is the bunny fade, by the way. Yes, because this island also has a bunny fade. Basically, any island from this one over has a bunny fade. It's just the way of things. There she is. Kral sent you my way, did she? Good, good. Let's get on to business then. First off, while I was racking my brain to come up with another half-dozen ways to free myself from my financial burdens, stumbled upon a method by which we might improve that Magi border of yours. Augmented, that is to say. So, you can only affix up to 5 Magicite to it, aye? Well, what if I told you there was a way we might add a 6 to the mix? Oh, I just thought you might perk up at the sound of that. Now, I don't want to get your hopes up too much. There's still a limit on how much you can strengthen your affinity with a given element. For one, and you'll need special materials to get a job done. If you're still keen, that engineer over yonder can walk you through the process. Hello there. Second surprise I got for you is outside. Call it the logos manipulator. Drake's the one who can tell you about it. Third and last topic of discussion is near and dear to my heart, namely that of my bottomless debt. Oi! Oh, very funny, very amusing. Walking up before I get the good part, you know damn well is coming. You want stronger weapons or not? No, that's what I bloody thought. Just for that, go and talk to Drake first. Then we'll have a chat about you and your god-killing trinkets. Ah. Greetings, madam. You're come at the behest of Master Geralt, I presume. Wonderful, wonderful. Pray allow me to explain the operation of the locus manipulator to you then. I'm sure that in your extensive travels you have come across all manner of crystals, including those which are host to the wisdom and memories of others. Soul crystals, for instance. These echoes of experience, or mnemes, as we have taken to calling them, have been discovered in a wide variety of crystals we've collected in Pyros. After studying these logograms for a time, we've devised a means to extract the mnemes, within and substantiate them into an alchemical substance, which can confer incredible abilities upon an individual. These abilities need not be within the means of the user, be they formidable weapon skills or magics. Through the power of the mnemes contained within the logograms born of this otherworldly place, the impossible is possible. I have every reason to believe that these abilities will prove invaluable in your exploration of Pyros and beyond. Though, having said that out loud, I would be surprised if you weren't the least bit skeptical. Perhaps a demonstration is in order. Take this logogram to the manipulator and see for yourself how it works. It's quite easy to use, rest assured. This strange and mysterious device appears to be the logos manipulator of which Drake spoke. Hopefully it is as simple and easy to use as he claims. You have gained access to the logos manipulator. This device utilizes mnemes housed within logograms to grant players logos actions. Up to 3 logos actions can be held at a time. When enabled, they will be registered as duty actions to be used while adventuring in Eureka. The logos manipulator can produce a wide variety of actions depending on the type and quantity of the logogram used. Only with trial and error, and perhaps a little luck, can you discover them all. Just throw one of you in here to extract mnem, and you just get a thing. In this case, it's paralysis. So you can afflict an enemy with a paralysis for 60 seconds. For a total of 99 times. So that's kind of wild. Simple, is it not? Like I said, the manipulator can be used to quickly and easily extract names from within your logograms and substantiate them into myriad alchemical substances, which will empower you in ways beyond imagining. However, as the precise nature of logograms is not readily discerned by the layman, any which you discover in the wild, you will first need to bring to me for appraisal. Once I have identified the nature of the names contained within a given logogram, you may use it with the manipulator. Furthermore, while you may process logograms one at a time, you might find it advantageous to extract and substantiate names from multiple logograms at once. Certain combinations may produce more potent substances. During your exploration of the Forbidden Land, Eureka Pyros, and subsequent regions, you may obtain logograms. Logograms can be appraised by Drake, who will identify the precise nature of the names contained within. Once logograms have been appraised, they may be used in conjunction with the Logos Manipulator to obtain Logos actions. Up to 3 Logos actions may be set at any time. Furthermore, you may review information regarding all Logos actions obtained to date by speaking with Drake. Ah, there you are. Drake has briefed you on the Logos Manipulator, I take it. I have, Mr. Skrull. She would have no difficulties using it. Glad to hear it. I finished my tests of the proto-aetheryte. Perhaps we could discuss the results over yonder. Oh, before I forget, the Logos Manipulator is key to Master Geralt's plan for further augmenting your Eureka weapon. When you have a moment to spare, I can tell you more. Right, let me go and talk to the boy. Here comes the boy. Hello, boy. I've been thinking, lass, about the weight of a memory, its value, its worth. Oi, what's that look for? I ain't talking about my memories. Something else. It's as bad as Drake. No, you daft bugger. Been thinking long and hard about them what's-its. You know, them names, and how I might harness their power to forge you a finer weapon, and pay off more of my debt while I'm at it. Shrug all you like, but it's the next logical step. Till now I've used all manner of tangible materials to get the job done. Strange, otherworldly stuff no one in their right mind would shove in their forge. Time's come to look elsewhere for means to further enhance your weapon, I reckon. To look to the realm of the intangible, the metaphysical, the realm of the names. Still not following, I see. You know all about materia, eh? How it's born from arms and armor that have soaked up the spiritual essence and whatnot of the wielder. Think of it like that, but in reverse. Taking them names out of logograms and fusing a weapon with them, or something to that effect. Boy's got impeccable timing. Come over, Drake. I was just telling our friend about our latest project. Ah, good madam. I gather Master Geralt was explaining to you his theory of the names and how they might be used to strengthen your weapon. As you know, Drake's been tending to the Logos Manipulator outside. That lovely little contraption of ours, what lets us extract and substantiate names from logograms, found here and there and everywhere. Bloody complicated and messy process, as you might have noticed by now. After time, it seems like there's no rhyme or reason as to what alchemical compounds it produces. But we just might be able to turn that randomness to our advantage. Am I right, Drake? Just so, Master Geralt. For we have developed a method by which we might utilize data gathered from your experiments with the Logos Manipulator and, in conjunction with a new set of tools and additional materials, further enhance your weapon. The best part is that that you don't have to do anything other than what you'd be doing otherwise. Collect the grams, play with the manipulator, and so on. Indeed, you need only carry on as before. I shall record the results of your efforts with the manipulator and use them to further our research. Should we achieve any breakthroughs, I shall apprise you of them at once. And that's all we've got to say for now. The rest is up to you. Upon acquiring a Logos action for the first time, it will automatically be recorded in the Logos action log. Upon recording 10 or more unique entries into your Logos action log, you may speak with Drake to learn more about enhancing your Eureka weapon. You may speak with Drake at any time to access the Logos action log and review the Logos actions you have acquired to date. Like I said, there was gonna be a lot of explaining. Also, I may as well use this because I have it. Could be useful. Right, so I can go and review the logos actions that I've gotten, and I've only gotten one out of a possible. Well, I think there's 50 in Pyros, and there's another 60 you can get in Hiratos. So another thing I'm gonna go and explain right now. Let me go and open up my tracker because there is a logograms thing in that tracker menu, and over here it will tell you. Depending on which initial logogram you get, there's a chance that you can get all of these different bits and bobs from it. And all these different bits and bobs can be used in either just raw or in combination with other memes, there we go, to create a buttload of different actions. This menu, or like this wiki page, will basically tell you everything you need to know to get all of these actions, should you want them, which is probably what you want if you want to get the things. Yes. No, but you are going to need this if you want to get the what's it called? If you want to get both the armor that you can get from this place and the relic weapons too. I think for the armor you need basically all of them. And for the weapons you need, I think, just the 10, either 10 or 30. I'm actually going to check because I do have a wiki page open for this. Yeah, you need to have 30 of the 50 actions unlocked. So I would suggest just to go through the island normally, and you will get the materials that you need. You need Pyros crystals, and just mainly Pyros crystals, really. You need 650 for one weapon. You also need 5, once again, of a given item, which drops from a boss fate. I do actually have... I can go and open up one of these trackers over here. That'll be Penthalesia over here. Basically, the big boss will give you the items you need. She will give you 2 of those orb things, the same as Luhi did on Pagos. Or you can also just trade 50 Pyros crystals for one of them. So it's very similar to Pagos in that way. Another thing you can get is you can get a Kalka minion. You can get... So to upgrade your freaking Magicite board, by the way, you need to get items from Fates. But these items are extremely rare in their drop rate, meaning that they're also very expensive, and you can sell them on the market board for quite a lot of money. Lame Brix's Dice is one of those. There's just another minion. Yin Yang Tissue is another one of those Magicite items, and Skull's Claw also. So there we go. Once again, a lot of different options to get a lot of money on this place. Right. Apparently the instance is closed. Is that true? Yeah, that could be true. As for the results of my tests, well, I've yet to grasp the whole picture. My general understanding of the ethereal instability we've been dealing with is much improved. Curiously, this is not as recent a development as I believed. In fact, according to records I found in a foundry, a massive and sustaining increase in ethereal density in the vicinity of our headquarters was first recorded almost 20 years ago. Don't think this was a natural increase, do you? Not in the least. In your vision of the past, Grandfather spoke of reversing the flow, which could have entailed the manipulation of ethereal currents, that they might converge upon our headquarters. To what end is perhaps the more important question, especially since my initial survey suggests that a deiform entity is located somewhere beneath the headquarters of the students of Baldetian. To make matters worse, it seems this entity is growing in strength, perhaps by feeding off the ether being funneled towards the center of the isle. I doubt this was Grandfather and the others' intention at the time, of course. Rather, given what you saw in your vision, it is far more likely that they were attempting to imprison a primal being. Unfortunately, if these results are any indication, whatever measure they took to do so are failing, and this entity may soon break free. Perhaps it was in response to this mounting danger that someone erected a barrier around our headquarters, a final desperate measure to contain a terrible threat. Only time and further study will tell. Anyway, to my mind, we still have 2 primary objectives at present. First, we use every method at our disposal to ascertain the nature of the primal and the methods Grandfather and the others employed to hold it in check. Second, and as before, we continue to work towards restoring the regional Ethernet to full functionality in order to gain access to headquarters and search for survivors. At first I thought that Grandfather might need our help, but perhaps it is us who needs his help, especially if we're dealing with primals or Asians or gods knows what else. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. For now, we have more simple concerns. I've located another confluence of ether not far from here, suggesting the presence of magicite. It's somewhere to the in the northeastern ice needles. I need you to go and investigate, if that is alright. Thank you. I'll spare you the warnings about untold danger lurking about there, given that this is hardly your first time here in Eureka. Good luck. I never removed the chat block. Northeastern ice needles. Let me just go and open up the map. I'm done looking for where I need to go. I'll just go and look at that map to make things a little more smooth lines, as they say. Oh man. Also, another fun little thing about Pyros is this place is full to the brim with enemies. There's so many enemies in this place. It is kind of ridiculous how full it is with enemies in Pyros, comparatively to Pyros. There's enemies everywhere. They're pretty freaking huge too. Like pretty dang strong too usually. Let's see. Still thinking to go further this way. Of course, another fate like this is a very rare fate too. One of the biggest fates. Actually, yeah, one of the two biggest fates in this place. But I, of course, can't join it because it's level 50. And I'm quite under-leveled. Once again, after I'm done with this quest, I'll just go and grind mutating mobs. For the most part. Or I could try to do something else. There's another idea that I have. Which I could, in theory, do if I had the correct logos. Which is something I've actually never done before, so that could be interesting. However, it may also result in my death. You know. Tiny little side note. It may result in my untimely demise. I thought it was up here. Oh wait, I think I ran past it. Yep, I saw a shiny over there. At the center of the confluence of ether, you find a shimmering stone, magicite. As you kneel to retrieve it, the confluence dissipates. This is very convenient. This is very convenient. Wow. Nice. Just randomly a fate popping up at my level. Could it be better if I tried? Let me also go and move this logos action box a little bit more down here. Yes, I could assist, however, I could also not assist. And be lazy. That and those enemies are 4 levels higher than me, meaning that I wouldn't really get any XP from it anyway. So I have 0 reason for doing that. I also noticed something else, which I need to go and get right now. Let me go and make sure that this instance is actually closed now. Yeah, 165. Well, I'll still go and get this, and then I get a little XP buff for this fate. I will go and also change instances after this one, and then we're gonna go and start our grind for realsies. Even though I will lose my paralyze action, which is kind of stupid, but at the same time, whatever, really. This could be useful, I guess, but you're gonna be farming so many enemies that I don't think it's gonna do much, in all fairness. Ah yes, shell and protecting. I think everybody is here, right? I'm pretty dang sure everybody is here. You said 27, which means you should pull. I'm the only one not in your party, you should pull. And then they asked the question again, anybody on the way? Considering that there is, other than me, there's one person over here that is in here and that has not reacted at all, I think we're pretty good. There we go. Go and get him, come on! Christ. But I wonder if Paralyze would work. I'm just gonna try it. Curious to see if it works. Nah, fully resistant. That makes a lot of sense. A lot of unfortunate sense. I'm gonna put in my tank sense and get a little bit of aggro. I get a higher rank. Like the cheeky little bugger I am. Morbid Advance. It is the same as it's always worked. Force march forward. Bad water. It's a funny name. Eyes of Anguish. I don't know what that does. I think it may confuse you or make you run away. Just don't look at it, forehead. Then more with advance. Just go run into the wall over here, I guess. And Eyes of Anguish. It's a little early for the Living Dead, buddy. Although Ram may actually kill you. If, you know, the person didn't heal you. Actually, no. I'll just do it. A good waste of Living Dead. It's fine, though I usually waste my inbounds too, so... Especially Living Dead and old game. Morbid Retreat, which means you're gonna walk backwards. There we go. A nice amount of experience, half a level for me. And then there is Creepy Doll also, down there. I feel like I do want to go for it though. That does seem like something that would be in theory worth it. If people stick around, that is. Let me just go down there and get the Etherite to begin with. See if I can even get it. Also, uncommon nonsense is the other benefit. Forgot to mention that. But people tend to go for the lower one, because the lower one makes you go into the lower part of the map, which is much easier to navigate when you're max level than the lower part. As one would expect. considering, you know, the levels of the enemies. But as you can see, there's enemies everywhere. Like, they are, this place is full of enemies. I'm gonna see if I can navigate my way through these guys. Please don't aggro me. Okay, they aggroed me. Just gonna run out of range. There we go. Let's try and get these rights. Okay. Well, I won't, apparently. I'm 3 levels below though, meaning that I can get the I can get this in any case. That is, of course, if people are gonna go for this, or if they decided to all leave. You know, for the sake of, well, actually, this actually seems like it's worth it for me. So I'm just gonna go into LFG and hope that I get invited, and just assist in the destruction of this thing, if they will give it me. If they don't, well, then so be it, I guess. I can still assist her. There's not that many people in here, so I would still, like, I would still, I think, get at least something. It's not gonna be much, but it doesn't need to be much. Even if I get just the silver, that's fine too. I just need XP. Lots and lots of XP. Thank you! Haha! Alright, once again, creepy doll. Does he gaze? Just a weak to avoid. And then tag. You can run away, and she won't hit you with it, but I really don't care. I'm a tank, I can take it. It's better to do that than just constantly running away with the enemy, because I think it can be very obnoxious to have to go, like, run after, especially if you have any melees. You also have, of course, the other tiny dolls just doing their own AoEs. And just one weather thing after another, huh? I'm doing no fucking damage. It's ridiculous, man. Like how the level scaling and your damage proportionately works is kind of insane. Of course, you fucking child. fine, I use the cooldown. There we go. Perish, child. 2 million XP. Right. So yeah, I cannot get this Aetheryte, so I'm just gonna leave. And I'll be right, well, actually no, wait, no, we still have to finish the quest. Let's go back in and finish that quest first. And then I'll start my grind. Haunter of the Dark, yep, another good old high-level fight. You found, I presume, the confluence vanished while you were away, so call the hunch. Since your Magi board can hold no more Magicite, I hope you'll allow me to hold on to this piece for the time being. Much appreciated. There are other confluences elsewhere in Pyros, so I expect I'll be asking you this again as soon as we've pinpointed their locations. Level 38. Okay. Well, I'll be right back then. I forgot to press the record button, but here we are. Whoopsie. Anyway, during the weather, I've actually totally forgot to mention this too, which I only remembered once I noticed them. So during the weather, you can actually have, same as in the other islands, you can have spites appear. And the handy thing about spites at this point is that they will give you logos. They will give you the conceptual logos, which is one that gives you, I would say, like the most basic things. So there we go. We got 230 from fighting all those thunderstorm spites. Of course, at level, like they were level 37 when I initially fighted them. They're now level. Because I need to do that. But after this fight, we're gonna go back to the camp so we can go and take a look at what these logos can give me. And then I can kind of show you what the stuff that I usually do. As a warrior, of course, because, you know, for each job it's a little bit different. Other than that, we're fighting Pyros. He's kind of very similar to I'm the Good from Boils. Does crackle his tail, I think, tail spikes afterwards. No? He just does wild charge too, which is just pretty self-explanatory. Spike flail, there we go. So he just kind of like swaps between all of these AoEs. Also there's a look away mechanic. If you do look at him, you'll be reduced to 1 HP. It's Blaster. Just a curl classic. There's a right Blaster. And then a stack. From time to time too. And electric burst is just a mega. And that's it really. Not much else to this guy. There we go. Nice too. Lots of XP. Right, I'll be right back. Actually, wait, what am I talking about? Let us go back and I'll go and leave this party because they're going to continue on with the higher level fates, which I cannot join. Why did I fucking line up? Anyway, let's go and appraise these guys. You can also sell these things on the market board. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Wisdom of the Plate Bearer, Backstep, Wisdom of the Martialist. I usually try to go for the wisdom things. There's also Cure, so you can cure yourself. Incense, which does something. I don't really remember what incense does. I'm gonna need to get like a lot of these anyway, so I may as well just go and appraise like their basic functionality. So like Ether Weaver will give you Wisdom of the Ether Weaver, which is for all healers basically, which increases your magic damage dealt by 60%. So it turns you into a DPS for the most part, or gives you a boost in any case. Martialist is the same thing, but then for tanks. Increases your damage by 40%. So this is what I'll be using most of the time when I'm going through here. Wisdom of the Plate Bearer is for the DPS if you want to be beefier as a DPS. Which, you know, reduces damage taken by 80% while increasing your maximum HP by 50%. It's quite a lot for a DPS. Paralysis we've already seen. Then we have Backstep, which makes you jump 10 yalms backwards, only for DPS. So I'm just going to replace another one of these, like whatever. We have Cure, which, you know, self-explanatory, just gives you Cure. You can use it endlessly, by the way, as like anything. That isn't a healer, I'm pretty dang sure. Yeah. So this is another way you could heal yourself. And the normal Cure is endless, so... There's also Cure 2, which is not endless. And then we have Incense, which is a provoke for for non-tanks. Weirdly enough. I think I'm just going to destroy this one. Don't really need it. So now we should be able to talk to him and review the logos actions that I've gotten, and then all of these should be in here. So, there we go. Right, let's go and pop this Wisdom of the Martialist. You have 3 charges. Basically, every single time you die, you lose one of these buffs. I think if I remove this action, I would still have the buff, so I can, in theory, just have this buff and then get something else going. But if I should then die at some point, I will lose my Wisdom of the Martialist. So I tend to just keep it like this and only use another action if I really feel like it's necessary. Also, I apparently never fucking attuned myself to this. Hey, creepy dollar spawned again. Okay. Anyway, I'll keep going with the grind. Here we are, and the enemies are constantly spawning on top of me. Doing a lot of damage to me because they're 5 levels higher than me. Anyway. The softest. He does positional attacks. So like claw attack. I think he also does tail attacks. Wisdom of the Ancients, which just puts some damage up. And you can avoid most of the attacks, except for his auto attacks. He is unfortunately a wind aspected enemy, meaning that there are chances of missing. It may happen a lot more than you would want to. I've missed a lot of my, like I've been like since weather has changed. Now it's like wind spites basically, typhoon spites. And yeah, it's not going well for me, so I'm just not gonna fight those anymore. Because I just keep missing my attacks. And then we have the audience arriving. And hey look, it's the 2 viewers of my videos. Just laugh the pain away. And John's not that bad. If I cared a lot, I wouldn't be making jokes about it in all honesty. Just turning into quite a mess. That Ripper Claw did nothing to me. I mean, we do have a healer. Oh, no, it's not. No. Oh, yeah, no, we do. We do have a shield healer in here. Yeah, shield healer plus shake it off from the other warrior chat. That would be strong enough to make this fight take more damage. Still, of course, looking for enemies that, why am I DC? I've had so many issues today, I don't understand why. I really wish this would make any fucking sense. I guess a lot of wind today, but does that really have anything to do with it? Anyway. That's him done, and we get another logo from this. Certain fates will drop logos too, so keep that in mind. Or just look it up really if you need a specific action. Either way, I'm gonna continue killing snails, so I'll be back in a bit. Baba Bluey. New fate spot. New fate just dropped. But people are particularly happy about it. Hey, Raylan's here. We've seen them before. So those people are in trouble. Because I think the nicest way I can say it. I think that one person's dead. Please on first. Please on aggro, please on aggro. Okay. Ah. Is Penny also appeared? I don't think so. What's basically happening is this boss over here, this fate, is blocking another fate from spawning. And that's what people are having an issue with this one being here now. Usually when they're grinding for the bigger fates of the land, they don't want other fates to interfere with the spawning. Oh shit. Maybe it's so fun. Yep. Sure as hell am. And also get vulnerability out of that. It's kind of scary. Just gonna pop a cooldown because why not? Keep missing my attacks because this is a wind fucking boss. I hate this. I hate the fact that that is a thing. There are Logos actions to basically remove that from the enemy though, so that is something you could use if you have it, but joke's on me, I don't. So Raylan's getting beaten up. It's not particularly the best. Just hope that I can give Raylan some help. I could take him myself, I guess. Go and just put him my tanks down. Right, they block provokes. There we go. I can probably take it a little bit better than Raylan, even though, you know, the emphasis on a little bit better. Still 3 levels below the requirement. 2 levels below the requirement. Or maybe 1? I don't know actually, I wasn't paying that much attention. Right. Let's go and with this party, because stuff, and then Penny immediately appears. So nobody needed to panic for any reason. Right. So right now we're gonna go down south. We're gonna go and get the ffXIV finally down there, and we're gonna go and do the quest. And then, well, it's just gonna be more leveling. There is a very specific type of leveling you can do on this island too, which I may want to go and check out because I've actually never done it before, and I'm a little bit curious about it. In all fairness. Bruh. Palace at a dead moment right there. Just turns around. Last second, aggros. Aggro! Poor horse. Right, give me that Ethernet shot. Let me also go and take a look at my map for the information of where I need to go next. I do have an idea about where I need to go next, but... I was just thinking of sending someone to find you. I have tidings. Believe it or not, the Magicite you found was key to confirming beyond a shadow of a doubt what I had long suspected. That the Isle of Val came to the Glass Ocean by way of a powerful teleportation magic. In other words, the theories we had about the Assassins or whoever else unleashing a destructive magic akin to Ultima were completely mistaken. Which isn't to say that this teleportation magic wasn't exceedingly destructive and disruptive in its own right. An island does not up and vanish and reappear on the other side of the world without significant repercussions. All the strange phenomena we've observed until now, the twisted ethereal currents, the warped elemental energies and erratic weather, magicite and logograms and monsters, all of it stems from this teleportation. All of this could have been anticipated, at least to a degree, which prompts me to wonder why someone would nevertheless decide to utilize such a powerful magic. The answer to that question, however, continues to elude me. No point dwelling on it. We have another confluence to investigate, or will, as soon as I finish analyzing this data. There is another matter you might attend to before then, though. It concerns the Logos manipulator and certain improvements that should make your life a lot easier. Drake can tell you more. Well met, madam. Mrs. Quile sent you to speak with me, did you not? I will get right to the point then. In actuality, the Logos manipulator is designed to incorporate 2 arrays, not just 1. If you were to integrate a second, its capacity would be, in essence, doubled, allowing for a more complex transubstantiation. However, we lacked the necessary components when we first built it, which is why it has only 1 array. It would be such a shame not to take full advantage of its capabilities, though, which is why I bade Mr. Quile to send you to me. You see, what I require may be at the Surgate townhouse to the southeast. Sorry, I've written a detailed description of the components I seek. If you could spare the time to journey there and search the ruins for anything resembling it, I promise it will be worth your while. Right. Run, bitch, run. What we are looking for is right over here. At that house. But we're gonna first have to, get through the horde of mobs that are blocking the way. Well, 43 enemies are a little bit too high level for me to do with. Otherwise I would have maybe fought them, but... I wouldn't have cared about aggroing them, let me say it like that. I don't think I would go out of my way to fight them, though. Four levels higher than me is already kind of asking a lot. 3 levels higher is acceptable, but... Right, yeah. Nope, okay, you're apparently proximity based. Cool. Either proximity or, sound. Of course, it's gonna take half a fucking hour to get this. Alright then. Let's go into defensive mode. Even that is not gonna save me though. This is not a good situation. I can tell you right now. Let me go and pop this thing. This way I can cast a cure on myself. It should fully heal me. There we go. And this is gonna be a battle of attrition for way too much time. I guess I can't stun you though. Nope, yeah, I can't. You're immune to stun. Somebody please help me. Please. Let's go. Cast a cure. Oh, we're gonna be here for a while, y'all. Eureka live. I think I'm gonna stop recording. I'll be right back until I've killed this thing, because it's gonna take a while. There we go. That took way too much time. Holy shit. Ugh. Searching through the metal scrap, you uncover several components matching the description provided by Drake. Whether or not they are still usable, however, remains to be seen. Let's go and return, because I do not want to accidentally aggro anything else in this place. A pleasure to see you again. Could it be that you have brought me the components I seek? What luck! Seem to be in good working order. If you'll give me a moment. There, now I've completed the modifications. The logos manipulator has now 2 arrays with which you may which you may use to substantiate alchemical substances, which will confer upon you multiple abilities. I should warn you that the process is not foolproof though. With every passing logogram added to the mix beyond the first 3, there is an increased chance of failure. But with great risk comes great reward, as I say. Feel free to test this new functionality at your leisure. An umbral array has been added to the logos manipulator, doubling its capacity. By utilizing both the astral and umbral arrays during transubstantiation, you may acquire 2 logos actions which can be registered simultaneously. A maximum of 6 logograms, 3 in each array, may be processed in this manner. However, be advised that attempts to substantiate names from 4 or more logograms may end in failure. In the event substantiation is unsuccessful, logograms will be consumed. By the way, Mrs. Squirrel was asking after you not long ago. I gather she has something important to share with you. Right. So now we can get basically 2 actions in 1 slot, is what I would say. It's not instance, no. Wait, I think they're going to talk to Drake. Because I did get one of these, and I want to see what this is. Oh, it's a spirit dart, okay. I may as well go and get this one, because... why not? Spirit darts, you can use it as any like ranged, actually no, just any DPS it seems like it. And it delivers a ranged attack with a potency of 100 and afflicts a target with Spirit Dart L, increasing damage taken by 8%. So, it's a debuff you can inflict on the enemy. Alright, so the thing I'm gonna do right now is get one of the Martialists in there and another one for Cure. And now I have both of these in the same thing, meaning that I can have my Wisdom of the Martialist on and still have my Cure available to me. So there we go. You finished helping Drake improve the logos manipulator. Well done. It ought to have proved more useful than ever. Now then, as you probably guessed, I finally located the next piece of magicite I'd like you to go and collect. This one you'll find in the caves to the northeast, near a place called the Firing Chamber. Getting there won't be easy, I'm afraid. Be careful. You would be correct, my little friend. I totally forgot about this fate, which they've already pulled, which makes sense, because the timer is already over there. Oh well. How many Pyros goes? It's 27. Yeah. Makes sense, though. I'm pretty early in the area. I haven't leveled up high enough to really get any of the good stuffs. I also just noticed something else, which is kind of funny. So the quest kind of makes you go over there, but you can only get the Aetherite when you're level 39. So yeah, that ain't nice. Considering I'm really far away from leveling up, I'm just gonna go there, get that done, and then I can do the rest of camera. I'll just go back over there too. And then I do have another idea of something I want to go and check out at some point. But the thing is, I need a certain action for it, and I would maybe need to leave the instance. So, although I'm thinking about it, this is the final thing I'm going to be doing in this episode because of, you know, it already being 59 minutes of an episode, which is already actually exceeding exceeding the amount that I usually go for. However, and that's a big however, this is Eureka. I feel like I need to have even longer episodes to really show anything in this place. And also, I like longer episodes than shorter episodes, in all fairness. That's just my personal opinion. Look at all those people just running past these guys without a care in the world. Right. So yeah, if this thing is correct, then yep. That is so dumb. For the level 38 quest, they require you to go over here, and then it's like, oh, we need to be level 39 for this. Insert fucking sand slav. Fancy meeting you here, adventurer. I trust your exploration is proceeding without incident. As is Kraz's work with the proto-etherite. Fascinating. Did not expect her to make such progress. This reversing of the flow intrigues me as well. Ah, forgive my meddlings. I should thank you for sharing your discoveries with me. I feel as though I am on the verge of an epiphany. Ever so helpful, aren't you? So eager to please, to see the wrongs set to right, or the wrong to right, as befits a hero and liberator. I really do owe it to you to return the favor, to help with your magicite collection efforts. Besides, I've no need for this stuff any longer. Ah, how forgetful of me. There's one bit of information I neglected to share with you earlier. The name of the deiform entity, the Elder Primal that Galif and the others sought to imprison in this place. They call it Eureka. The self-same name bestowed upon this isle. An amusing coincidence, is it not? And yet, in retrospect, so very appropriate. Anyway, I'm afraid that's all I have to say for now, but if the fates conspire to reveal to me any other pearls of wisdom, rest assured you will be the very first to know. At the center of the confluence of ether, you find a shimmering stone, magicite. Once removed, the confluence dissipates. Right, I do not have a return. Crap. I like how I just use these actions too, so I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving until the instance closed. Or until the instance closes. I'm gonna probably aggro one of these, but it doesn't matter because I'm gonna keep running. Keep on fucking running. We go and take a look at the levels of certain things. Is there a level 41? There's a level 41. Notorious Monster, but I don't really know if there's a level 40 Notorious Monster. Nope. Does not seem to be the case. Whoopsie. Actually, no, wait, there is one. There's a level 41. Yeah. That one would, like, spawn right around here somewhere. But I need to be level 39 first, of course, to get the Aetherites, and that should make things a little bit easier on me. With maneuvering myself around. The big stretches. The big stretches, the big yawnage. In general, the big stuff. There is a lot of stuff to do in this place, so... This guy should normally not attack me because I'm 2 levels higher than him. Yeah. The enemies only attack you if they are your level, or if they're either your level or higher, or 1 level below you. That's usually the way it goes. So they need to be 1 level below you or higher than that, and then they will start aggroing you. Otherwise, they will just ignore you, which is very nice. So it's a relief to see you return safe and sound. Did you find the magicite near the firing chamber? Of course, though I take it there is something else you wish to share. So according to Ejika, the deiform entity is also named Eureka, is it? I am reminded of a conversation I once overheard, back before the Isle of Val, back before I left the Isle of Val. Raha, one of my colleagues, was discussing a theory he had concerning the Crystal Tower with Grandfather and the other founders. As you may recall, Eureka was the name of an underground labyrinth said to contain the most powerful weapons of the Allegan Empire. At least that's how the legend goes, and Raha thought it might be beneath the Crystal Tower. I remember thinking at the time it was odd how the founder suddenly grew quiet and stone-faced, Our grandfather simply said no and ushered the others away, leaving Raha to wonder if he had somehow given offense. Then had to go and pick the same silly name when prompted by Rowena. Ugh, I don't read too much into that, seriously. Anyway, I can only presume that the founders' behavior that day was because for them the word Eureka had an entirely different meaning. Even though Raha was clearly talking about the labyrinth, their secret knowledge of the primal clearly weighed heavy on their conscience. You've given me much to think about, Lynn. Alright, and then Elemental level 40. Anyway, that's going to be it. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Day Lounge, where we played more Final Fantasy XIV. And next episode, we're going to go and play more Final Fantasy XIV. Now we're going to... Well, we are, but we are going to go and continue with our exploration in Pyros. If I run into a new fate, I will show you guys in the beginning of the next episode. Otherwise, we will just be starting with the quest. Goodbye.